I'm Sarah from SidetrackSarah.com, and today we're going to make 4 side dishes for Thanksgiving in the Instant Pot. Using the Instant Pot for Thanksgiving is one of my absolute favorite things to do. That and the slow cooker. You can make several different dishes in the Instant Pot, even if you have one. They just don't take that long. I have 4 slow cookers and 2 Instant Pots, and we put those babies to good work every Thanksgiving, and it just really cuts down on our time spent in the kitchen, and it keeps the kitchen from getting overcrowded. We can put them in different rooms if we need to. It's just the perfect way to get delicious food in a fraction of the time and effort, really. You don't have to slave over it, so that's one of my favorite parts. Today we're going to do cheesy garlic mashed potatoes, honey glazed carrots. We're also going to do sweet potatoes in our Instant Pot, and you can use those baked or you can use those to mash them for a casserole if you like. They're so easy whenever you just throw them in that way. And then we're also going to do some homemade macaroni and cheese. All of those are always big hits at the Thanksgiving dinner, and you will love how easy these recipes are. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start with the Instant Pot glazed carrots. We just start with 2 pounds of baby carrots and throw them in. And then we put 6 tablespoons of butter and a ½ cup of water, some brown sugar and ground cinnamon and salt. And we just stir that around a little bit. And then I put the lid on top and I close the valve. And then I set the timer for 4 minutes. Once it's done, I pull off the lid. You can see that they look pretty good, but they need to be stirred. And I stir them. To me, it was a little bit soupy, but it thickens up because that butter thickens up as it cools. It was really hot at that moment, and they were really good. All right, next we are doing Instant Pot easy mac and cheese recipe. And we start with 4 cups of water in the bottom of the Instant Pot. And then right after that, I pour in a pound of elbow noodles that I bought in the pasta section. And on top of that, we'll put a ½ stick of butter and some salt and pepper. And then a little bit of ground mustard, 2 teaspoons to be exact, and then I just stir it all around and make sure that all of the noodles are covered in water. And then I put the lid on, close the valve, and then I set the timer for 4 minutes and I let that cook for a while, and then I quick release that steam right there. And once I remove the lid, I give it a really good stir. Once it's stirred, I add in 1 cup of milk, a ½ cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 cups of shredded Colby Jack cheese, and then I stir that really well. It takes a little bit to get all of it stirred in nicely, and then it's ready to serve. I like to top ours with some bacon bits to give it a little extra protein and flavor. It's one of my kids' favorite dishes. All right, on these Instant Pot sweet potatoes, I always start with my trivet in the bottom, and then I put a cup of water in and the amount of sweet potatoes I want. I always cut off any bad looking spots so they don't look gross. And I close my valve and my lid, of course, and then I set the timer for 20 minutes, and then I quick release the pressure. And as you can see, they are very tender when I get them out, and it's really easy just to peel off that skin if you wanted to make it into a casserole, or you can just eat them like that. And now for the cheesy garlic Instant Pot mashed potatoes. This one's really easy. You take 5 pounds of yellow potatoes and peel them and chop them. You put in 1 1/4 cups of chicken broth, some minced garlic, 3 tablespoons, and then 3 tablespoons of butter. And you put on your lid and you seal the valve. And then you put your timer on for 8 minutes. Normally with potatoes you go a little bit longer, but since they're chopped, you don't have to do that. And then I quick release the pressure and I stirred them up, and really all the water was pretty well absorbed. There was a little bit, but I just got out my masher and I started mashing it, and there was enough water to just, they just absorbed into that. And as soon as I was done with all of that mashing, I added in a little more butter and some cream cheese. I did a whole block of cream cheese, a cup of shredded cheese, and 3/4 of a cup of milk, and some salt. And I just stirred that in really well. And then once I dished it into a dish, I put a little bit of bacon bits on top, which is totally optional. But like for your Thanksgiving dinner, you may want to have some on hand, but not required at all. All right, before we end, I just wanted to tell you about a sale that we have going on next weekend, starting next weekend. You know how we always get really, the holidays are so busy that it can be hard to feed your family every day. And so I've decided to put together a meal plan for all of us that will help us get our food on the table during the busy holiday season. It is full of slow cooker and Instant Pot meals. You can use either one if you want. And it is going to be free to any freezer to slow cooker and Instant Pot meal plan subscriber. So it's only going to last for a week. So be on the lookout for that. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to hear about those and answer any questions you have. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you have any suggestions or recipes you'd like for me to try out for the videos, please let me know. I would love to hear all about them. And also, be sure to subscribe and like this video. It helps get the word out about my channel.